These weirdest rally moments ought to leave you confused as ever throughout the video. Number 12. At a 2012 rally competition held in Portugal, there was a weird incident involving the security car. On its way to aid a stranded rally vehicle, the security car, due to the slippery conditions, stopped in an unexpected manner.
Well, a technical assessment of what went wrong. Yes, Sao Bras Villa Franca 2.
Fortunately, the vehicle didn't get stuck and would reverse to go help the drivers involved in the incident. Number 11. During the Rally Orense race in Galicia, Spain, Spanish driver Oscar Barossa took an uphill turn in a very particular manner. In a rather low-speed section of the road, Barossa seemingly came a bit too fast to make the turn. However, he avoided losing control of his car in the most epic manner, making the uphill turn with his Suzuki Swift on 2 wheels. Number 10. At a 2014 rally event in Austria, well-known Polish driver Robert Kubica took a shortcut in a very unusual manner. Being aware of the track's layout, at one point decided to avoid the long road to make a corner, and rather cut that section in all by going off for a few feet into the grass and snow.
Very muddy, difficult conditions, and the Polish driver very happy to be gaining more experience in these conditions. Big cut to the inside.
Although Kubica did not really gain much of an advantage by taking that quick shortcut, nevertheless, it was a weird act to witness. Number 9. During a 2017 rally event in Colorado, something very odd occurred. One would imagine that co-drivers are absolutely used to high speeds, twists and turns. However, for this co-driver, that probably wasn't the case. A sight that we don't see too often. The driver, though, had a great attitude towards his friend, making sure to stop until he was okay to continue. Number 8. French driver François Delacour and his fellow French navigator, Dominique Savignoni, were part of a very unusual and tricky situation at very high speeds during a 2013 rally event in Latvia. Not too far off from finishing the stage, they were running in 6th gear when this happened. As a result of the very high speeds, the rally car's left door swung open, which the drivers instantly noticed. However, it could not be closed. There had been some sort of malfunction that did not allow the door to close correctly. So Delacour had to drive with one hand on the steering wheel and the other holding the door. In spite of this, Delacour incredibly managed to finish their running and put in a very good time as well. Number 7. 4-time World Rally Championship winner Tommi Mäkinen from Finland had a weird incident during a rally in 1998, which resulted in his retirement during Stage 6. Mäkinen was forced to slide off the road due to an oil patch left by another car competing in a whole different category, causing this to happen.
Pues ahora fíjense desde fuera el impacto. Absolutamente brutal. Ahora la va a perder, ahí la pierde.
Mäkinen struck a concrete block, causing his right rear wheel to detach. In spite of being on 3 wheels, he continued racing for a few miles in such condition, until eventually, local police pulled him over, retiring him from the event. Number 6. In 2022, French driver François Delacour and countryman co-driver Dominique Savignoni were in the middle of their running when suddenly Delacour lost control of the car and crashed. However, things take a bizarre turn when Delacour expressed all his nonconformity with his co-driver, blaming him for the crash.
The driver clearly felt his stand-in co-driver was at fault.
A shocking action, given that, at the end of the day, who is in charge of driving is the driver and not the navigator. Number 5. Everything was running under control for Polish driver Filip Nawet during the second day of a rally event in Poland. However, as he crossed a little bridge as part of the road, something unexpected happened.
Он, напомню, пятым отправляется на спецучастке. Недавно он выиграл ралли Гданьска, и казалось, что он в хорошей форме, но утром...
Out of nowhere, the hood of his car came loose, blocking all vision ahead. Number 4. Robert Kubica and his compatriot Maciej Szczepaniak, sitting next to him, had to deal with a very annoying situation in their car while running in Austria in 2014. After hitting a post on the side of the road, one of their car's side lights went out of place and ended up in a very curious position.
Keeps pushing, but the light you can see facing back up into the cabin of the car, blinding the driver.
With such a strong light pointing towards you, Kubica had to turn off the lights, which made him lose a lot of visibility. Eventually, the light came off, and Kubica almost lost control of the car in a very fast section, having been distracted by it. Fortunately, any major issues were avoided. Number 3. At an Austrian rally in 2015, Austrian driver Hermann Neubauer did not have a great experience that year. It was on a very snowy section of the road that Neubauer narrowly lost control of his car and went a little off track. This would, unfortunately, have a major consequence.
Давление масла, все буквально выключилось, и по итогам пятого спецучастка он... К сожалению, его не удалось произвести ремонт, и это сход с дистанции.
The car went straight into the snow, which was much deeper than it seemed. As a result, the car simply got stuck, and the drivers needed help from people around to get going again. Number 2. At the same location but 8 years prior in 2006, Italian driver Umberto Scandola was the protagonist of a very strange incident. Everything was going smoothly until he eventually lost control of his Fiat Grande Punto S2000. That's when this bizarre occurrence took place.
Thankfully, no injuries. Just a forgotten helmet and a drowned car.
Luckily, both Scarola and his fellow Italian co-driver, Luigi Pirolo, were able to get out of the car before it sank. Number 1. At a 2015 rally in Germany, Belgian driver Thierry Neuville, whose session was running normally, nearly collided with a tractor when out of nowhere this happened. A tractor attempted to cross the roadway when Neuville was coming flat out, just a few feet away. Fortunately, Neuville managed to slam the brakes and narrowly avoid the collision. If you thought these rally moments were unusual, then these IndyCar moments that went horribly wrong ought to pique your curiosity.